Assalamualaikum and good evening to our panelists and those who attend this forum. Thank you very much. So, we would like to talk about a topic which is like interesting, which is zero hunger. In this one of the SDGs list, which is has 17. So we want to focusing on the second point, which is zero hunger. So what is hunger actually? So hunger is defined as a condition in which a person does not have physical or financial capability to eat sufficient food to meet basic nutritional needs for a sustained period. So hunger is used in a sense that goes beyond the common desire for food that all humans experience, also known as an appetite. It is like hunger, it is when you does not have enough food to eat and then you feel like sick because you does not have food to eat. So hunger means that. So I would like to ask Lieutenant Colonel Kevin. Recently I've heard that you have led a humanitarian mission to Africa. So we would like to know your experience during the mission. So can you tell us a bit about the mission? Thank you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. To the moderators, also the Health Research Assistant of WHO, and my fellow panelists. Thank you for the question. And yes, in my recent mission to Africa, I have actually faced many kinds of the zero hunger problems, and I witnessed it by my own eyes. Zero hunger, why actually zero hunger happens? Zero hunger is actually where a person or an individual has not been given the opportunity, who does not have the opportunity, access to clean water, hygienic water, and also sufficient nutrients. What this has caused an impact is that when we look at children in Africa, especially, they suffer from a lot of malnutrition, and also they are very prone to diseases such as kwashiorkor and also marasmus. What happens to an individual when a person does not have enough food or sufficient nutrients? They actually, this actually provides less productive individuals and individuals who are not being able to carry out with their normal livelihood. I also realized that this hunger problem is not actually a problem faced by people in Africa, but also faced by many big countries such as India and even China, where poverty is actually a very big issue there. Thank you to the moderator, and that is my opinion, and that is a little bit of my experience of what happened in Africa. Thank you.
Thank you for your explanation. So we would like to move to the second panelist, which is Dr. Hanis. So Dr. Hanis, what is malnutrition and what does it look like? Can you explain a bit? Thank you.
Okay. Moderator, Fatihah. Okay. As a doctor, malnutrition is the common that these people that have not less nutrition. Say, what is malnutrition? Okay, malnutrition is the condition that not when the body is deprived of vitamins and minerals and other nutrients it needs to healthy tissues and organ function. So, malnutrition occurs in people who are either undernourished or overnourished. In the United States, more children suffer from malnutrition due to dietary imbalance and due to nutritional deficiencies. So, undernutrition occurs when not enough essential nutrients are consumed or when they are extracted more rapidly than they can be replaced. So, overnutrition occurs in people who eat too much, eat the wrong things, and don't exercise enough or take too many vitamins or other dietary replacement. Risk of overnutrition is increased by being more than 20% overweight or consuming a diet high in fat and salt. So, about 1% of children in the United States suffer from chronic malnutrition. So, uh, what is the symptom that the malnutrition person get? So, malnourished children may be short in their age, thin or bloated, listless, and have weakened immune system. Nutritional disorder can affect any system in the body and the sense of sight, taste, and smell. They may also produce anxiety, changes in mood, and other psychiatric symptoms such as pale, thick, and dry skin, bruising easily, rashes, changes in skin pigmentation, and changes their hair as thin and is tightly curled and pulled out easily. Achy joints, bones that are soft and tender, and gums that bleed easily, tongue that may be swollen and shrink and break, like blindness, and increased sensitivity to light and glare. So that's the symptom for the malnourished malnutrition. So I would like to pass to the moderator back. Thank you.
So thank you to Dr. Hanis. What a very many info that we get today. So I would like to move to Mr. Kishen. So Mr. Kishen, as a successful businessman, which also an investor, what exactly is your role as a humanitarian funder or investor?
Okay, hello. Yeah, as how our moderator said, yeah, I am a successful businessman, and like most of the profits, I divided all of my profits into like good deeds so that I could help people. One of them is like I'm being a humanitarian mission investor, where I used to contribute some profits that I get to those who are suffering in hunger. Like how Lieutenant Kevin said earlier, like he went for the Africas and so on. Like yeah, we do also sponsor them. We also pay for them so that we could provide some of good food for those who are really suffering in hunger over there. Like we don't actually really help those who are only in Malaysia, but also nationwide, worldwide, where like from different countries such as Africa, India, China, and all those other countries who is suffering from the hunger problems. So yeah, as Dr. Ani said, there's like nutritious problems and so on. The main problem of this lack of nutrition is because they have no enough money to buy proper food. They have no enough money to like give the, to like how to say like how we are, for most of the people they'll be like they have enough funds to buy a good nutritious food, but for those who are like suffering from hunger actually have no monthly income, like no proper income and so on. So like their household is so low. So from us, the humanitarian mission investors, we will like actually invest on those companies to like give them free food and help those who are really in need. So that's how like we actually bringing out these programs. There's plenty of other programs as well, like we are actually funding for them. Some of them are like, yeah, as we said, the zero hunger program and shelter program. And some of them are like like like
Hello, Mr. Kishen, are you there? So I think Mr. Kishen line is not good, very good. So without wasting our time, we would like to ask Dr. Hanis how to reduce malnutrition in our society or how to stop the malnutrition from happening. So, Dennis, can you give a little bit explanation?
How we can prevent malnutrition? The best way to prevent malnutrition is to eat healthy, balanced diet. We can use food pyramid of our food schedule. So you need to eat variety of foods. The main groups including plenty of fruits and vegetables, plenty of starchy food such as bread, rice, potatoes, and pasta, and some meat and dairy foods or non-dairy alternatives. Some sources of protein such as meat, fish, egg, and beans. So the Eat Well guide has. So that's the how to prevent the malnutrition.
So, Dr. Hanis, what would you do to spread the awareness among our society to prevent the malnutrition from happen? And what is your ways to achieve it?
So we can share awareness to the society. We can make a program such as program for healthy diet in school. We can teach students use the food pyramid. How can we eat the most and eat the less. So by use the pyramid food, then make a healthy diet.
So, thank you, Dr. Hanis, for the explanation. So, we would like to move to Lieutenant Colonel Kevin. So, other than humanitarian mission, what are the roles that a leader can play to achieve zero hunger, and also how to spread the awareness? Thank you.
Okay, thank you to the moderator for the question. Well, as leader, I have faced many of these kind of issues, and as I said, I witnessed it from my own eyes. Okay, when we talk about how can we achieve this zero hunger, well, actually, by recent steps, zero hunger is supposedly and also can be reached by 2030. And as a fact, 2 billion people around the world are actually suffering from this hunger problem. They do not have enough food to actually sustain their livelihood. So as a consumer, what can we do? We should demand change from the government. We should ask and why, and also ask the government to support all the kind of actions and also the initiatives taken by organizations such as humanitarian organizations, and also many many types of actions taken by the World Health Organization to help put a stop to this problem. And also, we should actually use, when we are a voter and we are a consumer, we should also start by actually becoming more involved in this kind of organizations taking place. So we should actually take the initiative and also the effort, put in the effort to actually make yourself available, because having hunger problem is not a normal issue to be taken lightly in this world. Whether it can be just joining on media platforms or any sort of platform that we are given the opportunity, we should actually optimize the chance given to us, because what happens when we do not have zero hunger? Let's just all think about it. What happens when we do not have zero hunger? What happens is that we will live a very sustainable world where equal opportunities and also equality, I stress out, equality is actually given to each and every one of us. When we look at equality, equality is also one of the sustainable development goals. So in turn, it actually helps in also achieving the goals of this SDG. That's all from me on why and how as we should all take initiative and what can we do as a consumer and a voter in this country, whether it can be Malaysia or any other country around the world, having your having and taking initiative to put a stop to this problem is a major issue, and it's also a issue done by an issue which has to be taken seriously. Thank you. That's all for me. I would like to pass it on to the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you to for Kevin. So I would like to ask last question to Mr. Kishen. So do you think we need more successful investor like you, and why? Why we need more successful investor like you? And what are the how you spread the awareness among the youngsters? Thank you.
Yeah, actually, as you said just now, Miss Moderator, we need more for those who are like investors, because there are still a lot of them who are suffering in hunger. As how like for Kevin said, there are over 20 billion people out there who are really suffering from hunger because of lack of funds in their bank account and for their own country. Actually, most of the countries are like in debts and so on, like as we know, the Africas and the other countries who is like in debt. They don't really have enough fund to provide a good nutritious food for their citizens. So I would like to request from all over the world, those who are like a good wealthy businessmen, for like invest in some of these humanitarian missions. So because we do believe that in by doing such thing, you don't need to actually pay taxes and so on. It actually benefits you and also the other people who are in need. So like how you asked, the awareness, yeah, because we should actually spread this, say it out loud to all those others, so that they know to like appreciate the food, for those who are like wealthy to appreciate the food, and also like we should share, like teaching the children, like we should organize campaigns among the children so that we could start spreading the awareness from their childhood time itself, so that when they grew up, as you said, the teenagers and so on will actually invest some of their profits to help those who are really in need. That's like one of the way how we can actually prevent zero hunger in our world. It's not really easy, but together we can make it happen. That's what I think. Thank you.
Thank you to Mr.
I'm
Kishen.
sorry to interrupt. Sorry
Okay,
to interrupt.
go on.
I would like to add on and say that I really agree when Mr. Kishan says that certain countries who have the zero hunger problem have funding problem. So even a simple donation, where this is not being forced, but willingly, a simple donation would actually make a great change to actually a person in need. This is where I call out. I myself personally call out and say that even in the army, many types of actions and many types of initiatives are also being taken to put a stop to the zero hunger problem. That is why we have certain overseas operations such as Malbat, where we actually help the other country to overcome this sort of problem and actually to give the citizens in the country a sustainable livelihood. Thank you.
So thank you to all the panelists who already shared their opinion. So we would like to end our forum here. So to sum up all the topic that we have discussed. So why zero hunger is matters in world? It is because without proper food, we human cannot live properly. So to end hunger, we must achieve food security and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture to end hunger in this world. So that's all for the forum. And thank you for all have to those who joined the forum. Thank you. And Assalamualaikum.